Hello friends, welcome to this third video based on some basic concepts of chemistry. In this video, we will study laws of chemical combination, ज्याला आपण रसायनांच्या एकत्रीकरणांचे नियम असं म्हणू शकतो. The first chemical reaction that was noticed was combustion, that is a burning reaction. This was after the accidental discovery of fire. So first of all we will see what is mean by a chemical reaction. रासायनिक अभिक्रिया म्हणजे काय? It is a process in which a substance or substances interact to producing new substance or substances. रासायनिक अभिक्रिया म्हणजे काय? ही एक अशी प्रक्रिया आहे ज्यामध्ये एक पदार्थ किंवा अनेक पदार्थ परस्पर क्रिया करून त्याच्यापासनं नवीन एखादा पदार्थ किंवा अनेक पदार्थ तयार होत असतात. आणि लेट अस कन्सिडर ए जनरल रिॲक्शन. पहा, रासायनिक अभिक्रिया कशा पद्धतीने रिप्रेझेंट करतात. A plus B gives C plus D, where the substances those take part in a chemical reaction are called as reactants. In this case, so these are the reactants A plus B, and the newly formed substances are called as products, ज्यांना आपण उत्पादिते असं म्हणतो. Laws of chemical combination. The elements combine with each other and form compounds. This process or the chemical reactions are governed by 5 basic laws. These laws are known as laws of chemical combination. So there are total 5 laws which governs or controls the combinations of the केमिकल्स. रासायनिक अभिक्रिया होत असताना ज्या मूलभूत अशा नियमांना अनुसरून ह्या रासायनिक अभिक्रिया होत असतात किंवा ज्यामध्ये एलिमेंट्स कंबाईन होतात आणि कंपाऊंड्स तयार करतात, तर असे हे 5 बेसिक लॉज आहेत ज्यांना आपण लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन म्हणतो. सो दीज आर लॉ ऑफ कॉन्झर्वेशन ऑफ मास, लॉ ऑफ डेफिनाइट प्रोपोर्शन, law of multiple proportions, Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes, and last one, Avogadro's law. So we have to study these 5 laws one by one. So first of all, again now see law of conservation of mass, ज्याला आपण वस्तुमानाच्या अक्षयतेचा नियम असं म्हणतो. आता पहा, हा नियम काय आहे. So this law was proposed or put forth by the scientist Antoine Laurent Lavoisier, who is also recognized as the father of modern chemistry. So see what is the statement of the law. Mass can neither be created nor destroyed. पहा, वस्तुमानाची निर्मिती होत नाही आणि ते नष्टही होत नाही. Means it is conserved. That is called as the law of conservation of mass. In this case, Antoine Lavoisier performed many combustion experiments. That is, he studied the many more burning or combustion reactions, namely burning of phosphorus and mercury, both in the presence of air. Both resulted in an increase in weight. So he observed that when the phosphorus or mercury burns in presence of air, the weight of the phosphorus or mercury increases after the reaction. After several experiments, he found that the weight gained by the phosphorus was exactly the same as the weight lost by the air. So that is what. रासायनिक अभिक्रिया पूर्ण झाल्याच्या नंतर असं आढळून येत होतं की फॉस्फरस किंवा मर्क्युरी तर वजन वाढत होतं फॉस्फरसचं. तर हे कशामुळं? सो इन दिस केस it is observed that the increase in weight, so that is equal to the weight lost by the air. म्हणजेच हवेमध्ये जो ऑक्सिजन होता तो फॉस्फरस सोबत रिॲक्ट होत होता, संयोग पावत होता आणि त्यामुळं वजन वाढत होतं. सो इन दिस केस ही ऑब्झर्व दॅट the total mass of the reactants is equal to the total mass of the products. So that is what. So he observed that what? The total mass of reactants is always equal to the total mass of the products. So that is what? The law of conservation of mass. The mass can neither be created nor destroyed. Let us consider the example. For example, we know the formation of water. So how the formation of water takes place? That is from hydrogen and oxygen. So when hydrogen combines or reacts, or when hydrogen burns with oxygen, so in this case formation of water, what we call it, the water or water vapor, the mass of the water formed is equal to the mass of hydrogen and oxygen. So that is what the total mass of the reactants is exactly equal to the total mass of the product, that is water form. So that is what the law of conservation of mass. Then second one, law of definite proportion. So the scientist Joseph Proust proposed or put forth this law. This is also called as the law of fixed or definite composition. That is what. See the statement. A given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. A given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. Now see, what is that explanation of this? Irrespective of the source, a given compound always contains same elements in the same proportion. So it is observed that कुठलंही एखादं जे संयोग आहे, whatever may be the source, that is irrespective of the source, त्याचं उगमस्थान काहीही असूया, तो संयोग फॉर एक्झाम्पल आता वॉटर आहे. सो वेदर इट इज प्रिपेअर्ड इन लॅबोरेटरी फ्रॉम हायड्रोजन अँड ऑक्सिजन, किंवा आपल्याला निसर्गामध्ये रिव्हर असेल, डॅम असेल, रेन असेल, अनेक ठिकाणाहून आपण वॉटर मिळू शकतो. मग जर समजा शुद्ध स्वरूपामध्ये वॉटर असेल, प्युअर फॉर्ममध्ये वॉटर असेल, सो इन दिस केस इट इज ऑब्झर्व दॅट इट कंटेन्स द सेम एलिमेंट्स. दॅट इज वॉटर इज ऑलवेज फॉर्म फ्रॉम हायड्रोजन अँड ऑक्सिजन, and also the proportion of the hydrogen and oxygen, that is also fixed one or definite one. So that is what the law of definite proportion. This law is also called as the law of definite composition. पहा, कुठलेही एखादं जे संयोग आहे त्या संयोगामध्ये आढळून येणारे जी मूलद्रव्ये आहेत ती मूलद्रव्ये तीच असतात, स्थिर असतात, आणि त्यांचं एकत्रित येण्याचं जे वजनी प्रमाण आहे हे सुद्धा फिक्स असतं, बदलत नाही. म्हणून आपण याला लॉ ऑफ डेफिनाइट प्रोपोर्शन म्हणतो. सो इन दिस केस जोसेफ प्रोस्ट परफॉर्म एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ऑन 2 सॅम्पल्स ऑफ cupric carbonate. One of the sample was natural in origin and other was synthetic one. He found that the composition of elements present in it was same for both the samples as shown below. Natural sample and synthetic sample. So both samples contain the percentage of copper, that is fixed 51.35, percentage of oxygen 9.74, and percentage of carbon 38.91. So in this way, whether it is obtained from natural source or maybe it is prepared in the laboratory by synthetic method, the proportion of the copper, oxygen and carbon, that is the elements from which cupric carbonate is formed, is always found to be fixed or constant. So this is called as the law of definite proportion. Then law of multiple proportion. So this law was put forth or discovered by the scientist John Dalton. See the statement. When two elements A and B form more than one compounds, the masses of elements B that combines with given mass of A are always in the ratio of so small whole numbers. So that is the law of multiple proportion. पहा, when two elements A and B, दोन मूलद्रव्य एकत्रित येऊन अनेक कंपाउंड संयुग तयार करू शकतात. The masses of the elements B that combines with a given fixed mass of A are always in the ratio of small whole numbers. Now see the explanation. It has been observed that two or more elements may form more than one compounds. Example, hydrogen combines with oxygen to form two compounds, namely water and hydrogen peroxide. See the chemical reactions. Hydrogen combines with oxygen, produce water. Again, these two same elements combines hydrogen and oxygen, produce hydrogen peroxide. So in this way, same elements may produce more than one compounds, but in this case, the proportion by which the hydrogen, that is having the fixed mass, and the oxygen, which is having the different masses in both these compounds. So the proportion in which oxygen, that is the second elements, combines with hydrogen, so that proportion is again in a small whole number ratio. म्हणजेच काय, पहा या ठिकाणी ऑक्सिजनची ही जी दोन वस्तुमाने आहेत जी की हायड्रोजनच्या निश्चित वस्तुमानासोबत संयोग पावत आहेत, तर अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉ ऑफ मल्टिपल प्रोपोर्शन ही जी भिन्न वस्तुमाने आहेत तर ही कशी असतात, तर ही साध्या पूर्णांकाच्या स्वरूपात असतात, म्हणजेच ते अपूर्णांकामध्ये नसतात. It is found that two masses of oxygen, that is 16 gram and 32 gram, which combines with a fixed mass of hydrogen 2 gram, are in the ratio of 16:32, that is nothing but 1:2, which is a small whole number ratio. पहा, साध्या पूर्णांकाच्या स्वरूपामध्ये पहा, ऑक्सिजनची जी वेगवेगळी वस्तुमाने आहेत जी निश्चित वजनी हायड्रोजन सोबत संयोग पावलेली आहेत, ती एकतर 1.2 अशा पद्धतीनं किंवा च्या पटीमध्ये ही असू शकतात. यालाच लॉ ऑफ मल्टिपल प्रोपोर्शन असं आपण म्हणतो. देन सेकंड एक्झाम्पल, सी नायट्रोजन अँड ऑक्सिजन combine to form the compounds such as nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen combines with oxygen, produce nitric oxide. Similarly, nitrogen combines with oxygen and produce nitrogen dioxide. So the different masses of the oxygen, again, that combines with the fixed mass of nitrogen 14 grams. So these masses, that is 16:32, again in a simple whole number ratio. So that is what 1:2. Look at this. It is observed that the two masses of oxygen, that is 16 gram and 32 gram, combined with fixed mass of nitrogen 14 gram, are in the ratio of small whole numbers, that is 16:32 or 1:2. So that is regarding to the law of multiple proportion. Then Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. The scientist Gay-Lussac put forth this law. See the statement of the law. When gases combines or are produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio by volume, provided all gases are at the same temperature and pressure. Now see what is the Gay-Lussac's law. So according to this law, in case of gaseous reactions, when gases reacts or combine and produce the new products, so the ratio of the reactants and products by volume again is found to be the simple ratio. पहा, gaseous reactions होत असताना gases combine होतील किंवा मग त्या ठिकाणी नवीन गॅसेस प्रोड्यूस होतील, तर रिॲक्टंट्स आणि प्रोडक्ट्सचा आकारमानाच्या दृष्टीने एकत्रित येत असतानाचा जो रेशो असतो तो कसा असतो, परत साधा रेशो असतो, सिंपल रेशो असतो, म्हणजेच अपूर्णांकामध्ये नसतो, साध्या सिंपल पूर्णांकामध्ये असतो, सिंपल रेशो असतो. सो नाउ सी द इलस्ट्रेशन. सो दॅट इज व्हॉट एक्सप्लेनेशन विथ सुटेबल एक्झाम्पल. Under the same conditions of temperature and pressure, 100 ml of hydrogen, look at this, 100 ml of hydrogen combines with 50 ml of oxygen so as to produce 100 ml of water. So in this case, let us consider, if we will say that is 50 ml, this is the one volume of oxygen. So at that time, the volume required of hydrogen is double, 2 volume, and as a result of that, 2 volumes of water are produced there. So what is important, that the ratio by volumes in which these gaseous reactants, hydrogen and oxygen, and the product form water, gaseous water vapors, so they bears a simple whole number ratio by volumes. Thus the volumes of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas which combines together, that is 100 ml and 50 ml, producing 2 volumes of water vapor 100 ml, bears a simple ratio, that is 2:1:2. So see the one more example of this formation of ammonia molecule. How the formation of ammonia molecule takes place under the same conditions of temperature and pressure. 1 liter of nitrogen gas when combines with 3 liters of hydrogen, so in this case 2 liters of ammonia gas is produced. Simple chemical reaction is represented like this. Nitrogen combines with hydrogen, produce ammonia. So let us consider the 1 liter volume of nitrogen, that is 1 volume. We will say 1 volume. So at that time 3 volumes of hydrogen are required, and overall total, see here, 2 volumes of ammonia produced there. Again the ratio in which the nitrogen, hydrogen, these reactants and the product ammonia, so they combines, or in this case the ratio between the reactants and products, so that is found to be simple whole number ratio 1:3:2. Thus the volume of nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas which combined together, that is 1 liter and 3 liter, and volume of ammonia gas produced, that is 2 liter, bear a simple ratio of 1:3:2. So that is the Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. Then last one, Avogadro's law. The scientist Amedeo Avogadro put forth this law. Sometimes this is also called as Avogadro's hypothesis. So see, very simple statement is there. What is the Avogadro's law? Equal volumes of all gases at the same temperature and pressure contains equal number of molecules. So this is interesting. What is that? Equal volumes of all the gases at the same temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. पहा, जर आपण भिन्न गॅसेस, कुठलेही वायू वेगवेगळे, जर त्यांचं आकारमान आपण सारखं घेतलं, आणि या ठिकाणी असं आढळून येतं की सारख्या तापमानाला आणि दाबाला त्या सारख्या व्हॉल्यूम्समध्ये असणारे जे नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्युल्स आहेत ते सुद्धा कसे असतात, सारखे असतात. इक्वल व्हॉल्यूम्स ऑफ ऑल द गॅसेस, द इक्वल व्हॉल्यूम्स ऑफ ऑल डिफरंट गॅसेस at the same condition of temperature and pressure contains the equal number of molecules. So that is what. Now see the explanation. Let us consider the formation of water vapor. Again the same reaction. Hydrogen gaseous reacts with oxygen gaseous to produce water vapor. So 100 ml of water combines with 50 ml of oxygen to produce 100 ml of water. 100 ml of hydrogen combines with 50 ml of oxygen to produce 100 ml of water vapor. So let us, if this volume is considered 1 volume, then this is 2 volume, hydrogen is 2 volume, and water vapors form are again 2 volume. So this is according to the Avogadro's law, or according to the Gay-Lussac's law. Now see, what is that? The 2n molecules. If 2 volume contains 2n molecules, then 1 volume contains n molecules and 2 volume contains 2n molecules. So that is according to the Gay-Lussac's law. According to the Gay-Lussac's law, and according to the Avogadro's law, that is, if from n molecules we will consider one molecule, then two molecules of hydrogen combines with one molecule of oxygen, and as a result of that, two molecules of water are formed. So that is what, or according to Avogadro law, if one volume contains n molecules, see, if one volume contains n molecules, then 2n molecules of hydrogen combine with n molecules of oxygen to give 2n molecules of water. That is what. Therefore, 2 molecules of hydrogen gas combine with 1 molecule of oxygen to give 2 molecules of water vapor. So in this way, equal volumes of all the gases contains the equal number of molecules. So that is the Avogadro's law. So this is shown with the help of diagram. That is how the one volume of hydrogen combines with one volume of hydrogen plus one volume of hydrogen, that is 2 volumes of hydrogen combines with one volume of oxygen, produces 2 volumes of water vapor. So that is regarding to the laws of chemical combination. So in this case, what we have studied, that is, these are the 5 basic or fundamental laws which governs the chemical reactions. हे 5 मूलभूत असे नियम आहेत, ज्या नियमांना अनुसरून रासायनिक अभिक्रिया घडत असतात किंवा एलिमेंट्स कंबाइन्स अँड प्रोड्यूस द कंपाउंड्स. So these are, that is what, 5 laws. So I think so this is enough for this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Thanks to all.